right, so I wanted to make a quick video on a bunch of work tough gear knives that I've accumulated. I've got 8 total now. Let's see, so most of you have seen the Aries, the IMHO XL. This is the DevilHorn. This is the Mountain Man. Those 4 I just purchased, and then I added them to my collection of 2 Lanzettas, one in SK85 here, and this was in the K329 bowler. You can see that's a bit lighter than this one. See, a bit lighter. And then you've got this Carnivore Gen 2 with Toxic Apocalyptic finish. And then you've got the Hellion Buoy. I wish the whole thing was this grayed out, but this is what was available, and I thought I was getting the last one, and I didn't buy it directly from Work Tough Gear, and I feel like that was a huge mistake because I paid a lot more. And shortly after I bought this for an exorbitant price, I'm not going to say where I bought it, then I saw ones that came out that looked better that I would have preferred, so that was unfortunate. But let's start here, actually here. So this is just a huge piece of steel, K329 bowler, the Mountain Man. I believe the blade is 11.7 inches, and it's actually thicker than the Aries. It's like 0.28, so it's a bit thicker than 1/4 of an inch. And one thing I will say, so this tip is extremely thick. It is not breaking. You're not going to break this tip. This is a chopper. It's a bit of a novelty, but it's a chopper. You know, survival knife, camp knife, just kind of a conversation piece, to be honest. But we will do chopping with it. So it came like this. They already put the lashings on the sheath, and then you can take your strap and attach it if you want to attach it like that, just like this came this way. The Carnivore Gen 2, it came like that. Those loops were already affixed for the shoulder strap, but you have the ability to do that with this. And for this, I would say the under the arm or under the shoulder carry would be perfect for this, since it's so heavy. But you got the koozie, you can attach it to your belt, which I would not recommend. You got a little notepad, some stickers. There's something there you can scan on the back with your phone, like Adventure Team. I haven't gotten into that yet, so I'm not sure what it's about. Cleaning rag and 550 cord. This thing looks awesome. So I will say right now, what I will do is, I don't know how ridiculous this sounds, but I'm going to probably go buy some firewood from like Walmart or a convenience gas station or something that sells firewood. And that's what we'll do with these choppers, is we'll just chop, and we'll see how easy it is to chop with all of them versus each other. So I did watch a couple videos with the Mountain Man chopping, and if it seemed like if it was medium to softwood, this thing just tore into it, and it was cutting down, you know, trees with 5 or 6 diameters. Didn't take many 6-inch diameters. Didn't take many blows to get through it. Obviously, just with the weight behind it, it's gonna be an awesome delimber. But for hardwood, the guy said this was just, I don't know, the blade is so thick and so big that for hardwood it maybe wasn't the best, and he was kind of struggling compared to the other 2. I think the Aries was doing a bit better, and then he had like the Skunk Ape from a different company. Either way, like, we're gonna just go straight into some firewood and see how that goes. But I have kind of laid everything out, like the patch, the tools, the rings, the belt attachment, so you can see everything that comes in this bag. I mean, you're gonna get all this stuff, and then all the tools, loops, 550 cord, patch, cleaning rag, all comes like that in a Ziploc. So far I really like the handle. I like the choil. I like everything. I like the tip. I just like the indestructibility. that you can pass this down, and it's kind of like a knife that doubles as an axe. I kind of like that. The Tile XL. So I will say for this one, the whole purpose of me getting this one was to be like a weapon. I sort of hesitate to say that I bought this thinking it would be like with a 12.3 inch blade, kind of a poor man's version of an RMJ Wyvern. I was really looking at the 15-inch Wyvern from RMJ as kind of like a short sword that I could put on the side of my assault pack and just reach up and grab it and use it like a sword. I'm going to do that with this until I get one of those. What gives me pause about this, it is the Bowler K329, and it is pretty thick down here, but as you get towards the tip, it's really thin. And so I just don't know how well that's going to hold up to hacking and slashing with this thing. I just don't know. Sheath is got the separation there, and then just one lashing spot, not two. I don't know if that's so this can rotate when you try to pull it out of a pack. Perhaps that's what they were going for. I'm definitely going to put this on a pack as opposed to putting it under the shoulder, because when you put this thing back, the curve, I've already poked myself twice. What ends up happening is the curve goes in and then it ends up coming back out. I guess it would take some getting used to so that you can have consistency and put this back in the sheath the same way every time. But so far, I've just with that curvature, the point comes back out and it's poked me twice. I mean, granted, I wasn't being super careful, but still. So I don't think I want to poke myself in the armpit or anywhere in the body. So wearing that kind of cross draw under the arm, under the shoulder, I just don't think I'd want to do it that way. I'd rather lash it to a pack and just reach up back behind me to get it. Aries, of course, everybody knows this passed the Joe X destruction test. Of course, that was Bowler SK 329 or Bowler 329. This is SK 85, which I think you can get a little bit sharper. I know my Lanzettas, I have one of each, and the one in SK 85 seems to be a bit sharper. Love the sheath retention. You got a couple lashing spots, so you could put that in a pack, or you could do the cross draw under the shoulder with your straps. So I like this, and we'll see how it is at chopping versus the Mountain Man and the Tile XL and the Hellion Bowie and the Lanzettas for that matter. This one. So I wanted a fixed blade EDC with like a 5 to 5.5 to 6 inch blade. I think this is 5.5, ABL stainless steel. Easy to sharpen from what I've read. Taco sheath is pretty cool, but here's why I think this is a miss on this one. I'm sorry. So the DevilHorn blade I love, but the handle's too short. I think this is like, it's just 100% miss on the handle, unfortunately. I think this needs to carry on for another 1/2 inch before it dips down. This has got to be another 1/2 inch to 1 inch longer. I know they're probably going for concealed carry, EDC kind of a thing, combat fixed blade. And that's what I wanted out of it, but you're really fighting to keep your hand on there. And if maybe you turn this into more of a ram's horn by putting some texturing in it. You know, it's called the DevilHorn. Put some, like, make this look like part of a horn. Get some texturing in there so that it's not smooth. But this is how you would hold this. And you are just hanging on there. And it just feels like you're going to come off. So what I did was I told my wife that I bought this for her. That she's got much smaller hands. But here's the thing too. Doesn't matter who you are here, because so this is a miss too. So this should have carried on, and the thumb ramp should have been another inch forward, because here's the thing. You're going to use this as a fighting blade. Look at that. You're hanging off to eject the blade, and then what do you have to do? You have to adjust. If you're drawing this to fight, you don't want to have to adjust your hand. That's a no-go. You just, that's a no-go. I mean, figure it out, people. I mean, what did you think this was going to be? Just like a work knife? I mean, this could have been an awesome little EDC fixed blade fighting knife, but you need a longer handle, put a little bit of texturing to make it look like a horn or something, get creative with that, and then push this forward an inch or a half an inch. I'd say a whole inch, so that when you take it out, you don't have to make an adjustment. Because this could be an awesome fighting knife, but it's just, I just don't think the hand, I mean, even if, let's say you could get away with just putting another ½ inch on this and just carry on a little bit further before you angle it. Because this is very gradual and it feels like it's pushing your hand off the handle. And a fighting blade, above all blades, you really want a secure grip. You don't want to lose it. And these two fingers here just feel like they want to slide off. So I hate to say that, but hey, a lot of these knives have a 1st gen, 2nd gen, 3rd gen. I think this could be a hit, but you just got to put some tread, some horn, make it look like a horn, and then elongate this by at least a ½ inch. And don't start your angle for another inch or so. That's my advice, my 2 cents for what it's worth. But when I buy this stuff, I always have serious use in mind. And so I'm going to give serious criticism. I'm not just doing it to be a jerk. Like, that's just my honest opinion. Lanzettas, I think they're going to be awesome choppers. So we'll do the wood chopping with the Mountain Man, the Atail XL, the Aries. Both of these Lanzettas, the SK85, Bowler 329, Carnivore Gen 2, I believe, is SK85. We'll do the chopping with that as well. And then, of course, the Hellion Bowie. I can't remember what the steel is there, but I'm pretty sure it's K329 Bowler. So look forward to that coming up here. Hopefully this week we'll do some chopping. Maybe I'll go grab some stuff that I can delimb, but I think delimbing is kind of a given. I'd rather just see how it cuts firewood, because I want to know like how much force you have to put into the swing and how effectively it cuts through the wood. So that's what we will be doing here coming up this week, hopefully, guys.